This, I was mentioning that if you have a different color utensil, it helps, just because it's hard to read on this. So the first thing that I do is I write down, like with the sides, I label them. So VZ is 6, ZX is 4.8, VX is 8.4, and PQ, oh, that's a Q. PQ is 3.84. So the first step, just to label and see if you can make it make sense. The next step is to realize that it tells you that these triangles are similar. So there is some sort of similarity ratio or some kind of scale factor. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out first. What is the similarity ratio? And to figure out the similarity ratio, do you guys remember what you need to do? No? You just divide the corresponding sides, because the corresponding sides should be proportional. Yes. So we got to figure out which sides correspond, but we can use the similarity statement for that. So I have all three of these sides. So to find out the ratio, this is what's constricting me. I need to figure out what corresponds with PQ. And I can do that by looking at the similarity statement. PQ, those are the last two letters. So that means they correspond with the last two letters in the other half of the similarity statement. ZX. So ZX and PQ, those correspond. Are there any questions on that? Now to find the similarity ratio, a lot of people prefer doing the bigger one on top and then the smaller one on bottom. That's fine. You could do it either way, but this is what I'm going to do. So ZX is 4.8, so I'll do ZX divided by PQ. And this already tells me they're similar. So this ratio that I get will be the same ratio for VZ to RP or PR, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the size of PR, or the length of PR. So this ratio ends up being 1.25 if you divide it in the calculator. I don't have my calculator, but I think, can someone double check me? It is 1.25. Okay, so that means if I want to go from 3.84 and I want to scale it up to 4.8, I'm going to show this. What could I do? Multiply, yeah. If I wanted to go from here to here, from the smaller number to the bigger number, I could multiply the smaller number by the similarity ratio, and I should get the bigger number. So I'm just going to test that out. 3.84 times 1.25, and I get 4.8, which is what I wanted. That's if we had the small side, right? What if I wanted to go the other way around? What if I wanted to go from 4.8 to 3.84? What do I do then? Divide by 1.25 or whatever. I think you said 0.8. That's the same thing as 1 over that. But the way I think of it is, if I want to go from the big number to the small number, I would divide by this. So 4.8 divided by 1.25, and that gives me what I wanted to see. So the whole reason I'm doing this is because I don't know RP, and RP is on the smaller triangle. So I just got to figure out what matches with RP, and then I can just divide that number by 1.5. So RP or PR, that would be the first two letters. So VZ matches with RP. So I'll just take 6 because I want to go smaller, so I'll divide by 1.25, and that gives me 4.8. And I didn't give you guys multiple choice, but that's the answer. Questions on that?